Hello, I'm Deputy Kyle Wilson with Pulaski County Sheriff's Department. Today I'll be giving you a presentation on kinesics, verbal kinesics. The title of my presentation is Being Deceptive is Not a Virtue, Understanding Kinesics. What if I told you you could tell if someone is lying to you just by asking them questions, and the way they respond to those questions would give you indications they're lying to you through their word choices and their gestures that they're using. I think that would probably be beneficial in the business world that you all are in. I started learning kinesics early in my law enforcement career. When asking people questions and noticing how they respond, I could tell if they were trying to be deceitful with me or not. And it also could show me the level of threat that they were producing from their answers. Google.com defines kinesics as the study of body languages, both verbal and nonverbal. According to the Department of Criminal Justice, some verbal kinesics that are shown during questioning is tension. Probably showing some of that right now. Rate of their voice, the pitch, and the volume. So if you've got someone that's kind of wimpy talking and their pitch is quivering, that's a good indication that they've got some tension going on there and they're under some sort of stress from deceitfulness. Another one is speech dysfunction. Speech dysfunction, such as stuttering, stammering, and slurred speech. And I project all of those too. I'm giving you some good examples so far. Denial expressions. You ask them a question, they're like, well, honestly, officer, or really, officer, or trust me, I was never there. That's a denial expression. They're trying to emphasize the fact that they're not guilty. Also, according to the Department of Criminal Justice in Richmond, Kentucky, deceptive phrases to look for, such as modifier phrases, such as, officer, I rarely go there, or rarely do I do that, is a modifier phrase. Or possibly I could have been there, but possibly not. And actually ever or haven't ever is another modifier phrase. The liar's stall is another thing we look for. Ask them a question, they're thinking about ways to answer the question to where it doesn't get them in trouble. We call that the liar's stall. Another thing to look for is whenever people are being overly friendly with you. They're being excessively respectful to you for no reason. A stranger comes up to you and pats you on the back and tries to befriend you for no reason. It's a good example. They're trying to get you to be won over to where they could change your mind about certain things. Those are some examples of verbal kinesics. And the previous speech that I told you about was the nonverbal things, such as the rubbing of the nose and the stress relief tactics there. The way we can put those two together and show that the people are being very deceitful is if I use a cluster such as watching them rub their nose and then I ask them certain questions, they respond with these different types of modifiers. It does present a big picture to us that they're being very untruthful to us. So once again, I can't disclose any more of our secrets to you all, so I must move to the end. Hopefully, I gave you some examples of how kinesics are used to read verbal language when people are talking to you. And this presentation was designed to help you guys show an interest or get an interest in kinesics and study it more to where you can apply that in your business world. One thing I will caution you about is those of you that are married, and I think all of you are here, don't go home and try to use this on your spouse because it does not work. I know firsthand because mine's sitting right there and she's giving me the grin. So I'm done now. Is there any questions about anything at all? Questions? Okay. Thank you for your time, and that is a short study on verbal kinesics. Thanks.